Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's doing okay. Yes, I know it's been a very long time since I posted a video, well over a month. Jamaica has been in these lockdowns every week. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday is no movement days. You're not allowed to be outside at all. I don't really know what content to produce for you guys, but I said it's about time I do something, so that's this video. We are on no movement days because there is a massive spike of cases that's continuing in Jamaica. Thankfully, me and my daughter Giovanna, we've been home all the time. Anyway, we don't really go out and whatnot, only to get supermarket stuff, and that's it. My day usually starts with me waking up in the morning, getting ready, taking a bath, that kind of thing. Sitting at my desk in the living room, starting to work, and then continuing to work for most of the day. Have meetings, answer emails, all of those things. Of course, I take a break to cook and eat and that kind of thing, but that's consistently been my routine, and it kind of gets to you being inside all the time. Over the past year of the pandemic, it's had a big effect on me in more ways than one. Great. As I said, it's been affecting me in different ways. This monotony. One way is this. So this is about 2 or 3 months. Anyway, the other way it's been affecting me is health. To do a checkup on it about 2 months ago, I did blood tests and they test a whole range of different things. And I went to the doctor, we read through the results. Thankfully, generally, I'm okay for my age. But there are 1 or 2 factors that need work. So let's go through those. The first one that's off just a little bit, my HTC, it's at 50.9. It should be on the high end around 49. So I'm just slightly above the higher end. Basically that means my red blood count is kind of high. It means dehydration, and that's a problem I think with. I feel like I drink a lot of water, but I'm always thirsty. Then my chloride is again high. On the high end of the chloride, it should be 107. 109. And again, with chloride, it could be an indication of dehydration. Yes, kidney disease, but generally in the other test, my kidneys seem fine. So I just really need to drink way more water. And now we get to the stuff that a lot of people pay attention to. My lipids, basically my cholesterol. So my cholesterol level is 5.93. It should be less than 5.18. So again, it's not super off the mark, but it's still off the mark. So with cholesterol, you know that you have bad and good cholesterol. My LDL, which I think is considered the bad cholesterol, is slightly above high. It should be around 3.37. I'm around 3.52. And my good cholesterol, which I think is the HDL or LDL ratio, is a little bit low, and it's a balance, as the doctor told me. If you have one that is high, the other would be low. It is 0.35. It should be more than 0.4. Again, it's not off by much, but it's something I have to pay attention to. My glucose is good, my hemoglobin is cool, within range, hormone level is good, but generally things along these lines are okay. Yes, I am within range, as I said, for like diabetes and whatnot, but I want to send it down even more because you don't want to be even close to pre-diabetic. So what all those results basically mean is I will make some changes. You'll have a tendency to, when you diet and you try to affect these things, you go after fat. From doing my reading and whatnot online, I'm not calling it research, I am not an expert, just reading online, I've realized that fat actually is not that important, and your body needs fat. There is a lot of healthy fat, and a lot of foods these days coming in with healthy fats, and once you avoid trans fats and whatnot, you should be all right. The real factor in a healthy diet has to do mainly with sugar. So when you eat a lot of carbs, your insulin level spikes. Your body now transforms it to sugar, and to transport it into the cell, it produces insulin. When it does that over and over and over, your cells actually become resistant to insulin, and that could be a factor in tripping you over to diabetes. So to avoid that, I'm going to go on a low-carb diet. I'm not going to go strict keto, but I'm going to try to cut down the amount of carbs I eat by a significant amount. The second one is to also do some intermittent fasting. Now, this is actually not that hard for me. I was never a big fan of breakfast and a big breakfast. So I could very easily skip breakfast and only give myself a window of eating between 12 and 6 to 8 at night. And that's it. I will not eat anything before and anything after. And in the past, this has worked well for me. I've already been doing it, and I've also cut out a lot of snacks, and over the past 2 months, I've actually lost weight. I was around 199, and now I'm hovering around 180, 178, right at the edge of my BMI now, and I'll continue to lose a little more weight. And of course, I will have to now exercise. And this has been a more difficult one for me. Yes, I'm home and whatnot, but then this trips over into the mental health part where I get so caught up in the monotony. Actually, on evenings when I would like to go for a walk and that kind of thing, I'm usually tired after work. I always had sleeping issues. So in the morning, I'm tired. Getting and feeling out the right time to exercise, I know people will say, you should just do it. Believe me, it's kind of a mental struggle. So I'm having to now pay attention to my mental health. That is something too that I'm trying to address. As you guys know, I'm a person who's always on the move. Before the pandemic, I would travel a lot. Every 2 or 3 months, I'll be on a plane going somewhere. But over the past 2 years, I haven't. And it's been good for me, I think. I've also been inside quite a lot because I don't want to take any chances. So I haven't gone to the beach or river or anything close to that for such a long time. Monotony is starting to get to me. And in general, I have trouble sleeping and whatnot. I will have to start to do things to look after my mental health. And I encourage you guys not to only pay attention to the physical, but also the mental. So with all of these different things taken into consideration, I will get healthier. So maybe if you guys are interested and you want an update video on my health and my weight loss, I'm not trying to lose a ton of weight here. If I lose like 5 or 8 more pounds, that's it. Because anything lower than that for my height, I could actually fall into being underweight. So part of the changes I made, as I told you, I'm going to try to eat less carbs. This is harder than it might seem. Carbs are in so many different things, especially things I like, and especially things for people of Indian descent like myself. You know, all the roti and naan and the chana, you know, the chickpeas, the curry, all that is carbs on carbs plus bread. So an example is how I'm counteracting that is today I'm making a nice veggie chicken soup. It has chicken, a whole set of different chunky veggies in it. Instead of noodles, I'm using shredded cabbage, as you can see. And so far, it's been working out good. I also bought some other things to help, like with the bread and whatnot. Hold on. As you can see here, I have coconut flour. I also have almond flour and flaxseed meal. You know, this is flaxseed grounded up. From these things, we were able to make, well, not me, I cannot bake, but Giovanna, my daughter, was able to make low-carb bread. So let me show you that now. Here is an example of the keto bread. This bread is made with almond flour and flax seeds, with some yeast and baking powder and some olive oil and that kind of. Yes, it is a bit more dense and not as fluffy as normal bread, but believe me, it does the job and it tastes really, really well. And that's it, guys. This video was just a little update on how we've been going for the past few months, isolating here and trying to be healthier. You know, so I'm eating better and whatnot, trying to get those numbers that I have to fix, trying to get those down. Of course, yes, as the pandemic drags on, I talk about mental health and the monotony of things, but, you know, I'll try my best to work on that. And I think I do really have to do more videos because this is always like a creative outlet. Instead of denying it and instead of saying, hey, I have nothing to do a video about, maybe try to be a little more creative and see what I could bring to you guys. Okay? As always, I really appreciate you all watching the video. Remember to always like, subscribe the video, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.